Praveen sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now your host and meeting is already streamed on the YouTube.
Okay,
And
so
now you can start.
Can I make you co-host?
No, sir. Actually, I will leave. Okay, you
Okay.
can make me co-host. Okay, you can make.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So still we have two more minutes, so we can wait for 2 more minutes. After that, you can invite to the speaker with the introduction.
I will start exactly 10 o'clock.
Yeah, at sharp 10 o'clock. We will on the time.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start. So, good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all on the second day of third one-week international workshop on technical writing. My name is Dr. Praveen Maurya, and I will be your host for today's first session. Yesterday, we have covered the topic essential of research and also performs hands-on practice on overlay for different document formats. Today, it gives me immense pleasure to invite Dr. Sajida Sarita ma'am for a session on uh, figure environment in LaTeX. She is currently working as an assistant professor in VIT-AP. She received a BTech and MTech degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering from JNTU, Hyderabad in 2009 and 2011, respectively. She obtained her degree from Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore in Biomedical Image Processing. She has 8 years of vast teaching experience. She has 13 Scopus Index journals, which include 5 SCI journals and 5 patent publications in her account. Her research interests include unsupervised deep learning, 3D computer vision, biomedical image processing, and image processing. Today, she will demonstrate figure environment in LaTeX. Along with the Dr. Sajda Sarita ma'am, we are having one more supporting faculty, Dr. S. Priyanka, and two research scholars, Mr. Rao and Mr. Satsai, to answer your queries. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Sajda Sarita ma'am for a session on figure environment in LaTeX.
Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, screen is visible.
Uma. Amma.
Sir, shall I start, sir? Or shall we wait for more?
Yeah.
2 minutes?
I think start. Start.
Then okay, sir. Fine, sir. Good morning, one and all who are present here. Myself, I am Dr. Sarita Saladi. I am Senior Assistant Professor in VIT AP from the School of Electronics Engineering. Today, I am here to discuss about the figure environment in LaTeX. So figures in LaTeX, and the outline what I'm going to cover today is what are the required packages for the figure environment in LaTeX, and creating the figure environment and inserting the images from the as a individual image or a group of images as a folder. Similarly, changing the size, that is resize option or the rotating or the scaling options, what how we can implement it in LaTeX. And similarly, the position of the figure in the document, either we want to place that in the top of the figure or middle of the top of the page or middle of the page, or wherever we require to insert the figure in the document. And the other thing I want to consider is captioning. So how we name the figures and how we are going to get it in the LaTeX document and the PDF document, and labeling and referring the figures in the document. And finally, the list of figures, how to make the list of figures in the document. This is the overline what I'm going to discuss in today's session. Actually, we have uh, the session yesterday, which taught us about the documents, what are the different document classes, and how we are going to write and everything. So today, let me brief the mechanisms of texting. So that is nothing but the LaTeX, how it is going to work for. So LaTeX here, it is a user input. We give it in .text file. And similarly, whatever the inputs we give, the document classes we define and the packages we define, and the packages we define and bibliography we give, and similarly working files like whatever the IDX files or auxiliary files, the other files we take with the help of the working figures. And similarly, the output we get in the form of either we take directly a PDF we can obtain. Similarly, the output will be in the form of a PostScript, and it is available with the screen, and directly we can get it with a printer. So this is user friendly, the LaTeX, what we are going to write. And these are the user inputs, whatever we have, the user input, it will be always in a text file. Document classes and packages will be defined by the user. Similarly, the bibliography and the other working files, depending upon the user requirement, we will be defining them. Finally, we get the output. This is with the mechanism. Yeah. Next, inference matter. The first, let us see the basic introduction and the PPT, and then we will open overleaf and we will see hands-on how we are going to write the basic code, and then how do we import the figures? How do we import the figures and how we are going to make the changes? How we are going to take is page break and so on. So once if we are going to take consider, so then we are going to make it in the overleaf, and directly we see hands-on how we are going to design a text file and how we are going to make it and how we are going to import the figures and everything. In the body of the section, whatever we are going to discuss, so how to begin. So similarly, we have, as we are writing an article or the or a thesis or any CV or anything, anything, we have so many subsections and subsections and so on. So we will be having all those. So these are the other general text in the body, like the spacings and between the lines, that is double spacing or the half spacing or whatever, depending upon the template what we have. If the template is readily available, we just going to insert the content what we are going to write, that will be taken. Is my voice clear enough?
Now,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
ma'am.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. So these are the things that in the body. This is general introduction. This is just a front matter, like what a document is going to contain, just a begin document and title, authors, author names and the title, the begin abstract, and then so on we have. Similarly, the next is body session with respect to subsections we may have, and single spacings, double spacings, depending upon the line spacings and how we are going to conclude. Now, coming to the basic packages required. So this is the basic thing. What are the basic packages required? So the basic is document class of an article, that what we are going to take. And here we are going to use to import the figure or to add the figure into the LaTeX file. We are going to use a package called use package with graphics. Use package with graphics. So this is the basic package that we are going to see. So now let us see how we are going to do this in LaTeX. Hope everybody have the accounts in LaTeX. So this is the basic thing. So let me start with a new project. Here, if we open LaTeX, here we have to the left corner, we have an option. We have an option home button. If you press that, so we are going to have a new project. Let us take a new project here. Let us take a new project and it will be a blank project. So as we are starting now, let us name it as, today's date is 31st, 3/23.
Sarita ma'am. Sarita ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am.
Somebody in the chat, they have posted like the voice is low, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay.
Now it's okay. Earlier it was low. Now it's okay.
Yes, ma'am. I checked and I have responded.
it's
Okay,
done,
then.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, let's take a new project and name it as, today as the session is on figures, I'm just making it as LaTeX figures. So here, as a basic figure, so if we observe, the basic document class will be, even though it is an empty file, the new one, we are going to have the default things as document class, that is article. As article, and then title is LaTeX figures, and then the author, whatever we mean, that is author, and the date. This is the basic template of any file. This is the basic thing. Then based on the templates available and the other things, we can rename them accordingly. So as today we are just saying with respect to the LaTeX, so if we want to make the changes, LaTeX, and I'm just editing the same, and here March 23, if we want to make it the date of 31st, and we just compile the figure.
Excuse me, madam. I have one.
Yes, sir.
Query. I have one query. You have given some packages,
Yes, sir.
right? Graphics package.
Yes, sir.
instead of that, we can put always we have to remove and we have to insert some of the packages. Instead of that, we can write a set of packages in above, and we can start our whatever we need. We can write them down.
Yes, sir. We can write it, sir. As this is the initial thing, we are giving it from
Okay.
the starting, sir.
Oh, that's why you have given only one package. Okay, right.
Yes, yes. Only one package, because we will go step by step. Like what are what are the required packages and all we will insert later. So initially, if the person is new to the latex and we should know what is the basic thing, then we can go with the advanced things.
Right.
Is it fine, sir?
Carry on, carry on. Thank you, madam.
Yep. So the basic package is graphics. It is just required for inserting the image. So now how we are going to take, we have so many packages like how to define the caption and how to import the images. By using a graphics path, we can import the complete folder in which consists of all the images which we will be using for that particular draft design. Like that, we are going to take it. Fine. So this is the basic, as we have taken a simple thing, just a unblank project, the basic tools, the basic packages required are document class and the graphics. Then later, so first let us see how we are going to insert the figure, the basic. So with this, we have got latex figures, and this is how the basic. Now let us take under the introduction section, let us start. The basic command that we are going to consider is begin figure. Begin figure. So this is here the default thing what we have taken. So here it has just mentioned the begin figure is going to help us with, it is here defaultly it is taken figure will be centered. So as now just let us take the basic thing. So let us remove this. So only one thing we will include, as we are using the graphics package, we'll just go with include graphics. We'll just see with include graphics. Now this is the basic thing that we are going to take, that is begin figure. We should end the figure, and in between we will be writing the code. Clear? And here, first we should import the figure. So how to import the figure? So how to import the figure? So first we can take upload. So we have an option here. We can select or the paste images. So let us take, I'm taking from my computer. So here I have a group of So I have this set of total 16 figures. So I'll be taking all the figures at a time to go with different options. So I have employed. So how do we import the figures? So figures can be of any format like .png, .jpg or EPS figures, because we will be saving the figures, whatever the tool we will be taking, or the simulation tools like MATLAB or any tool, we get so many images based on the simulation results. So we should save them with any of the figures. So this LaTeX is going to support all sort of figures. So PNG, I have just made it with the .png extension. So now I have got all the figures, whatever that I want to make it. So I'll just import a total 16 number of figures. So I have given the names as figure 1, figure 2, so on up to figure 16. So we can include at a time. Instead of uploading the complete figures like this, we can take a path called graphics path so that we can import the complete folder at a time. So now let us see begin figure, include graphics. So here, let us start with figure name 1. And compile. We have just given figure name. So it, as the width of the figure is, I have directly mentioned only figure name without giving any size or the position or anything. Just I have included the figure, that's it. So for this, we are going to take the command as include graphics, and I have given the figure name figure1.png. So here, if you observe, this is the figure that I have given. Now, how to take the title of the figure. So how to take the title of the figure. So without giving anything, the basic command is we consider begin figure. So directly we get end figure. And in that the code is going to include graphics, backslash include graphics and the title of the figure. Title of the figure. So this is how the figure has been obtained in the compiled figure. Right? Now, let us see how to take the caption. So include the caption, backslash caption, and as we type the basic things, if they are readily available, we will be getting. So caption we have got. So let us take this as block diagram. Let us take it as block. So now if we compile again, we are going to get the figure 1. As this is the first figure, it has given directly the numbering. The main advantage with the LaTeX is we defaultly get the list of figures and the numbering directly based on the figure given. So this is the first figure which we have employed. So I have just used only 2 commands, include graphics and the other one is caption. So we have got the caption as block diagram, whatever we have given. So I'll just compile it again. So I've just included. So without giving the caption, we are not going to get the figure name. So then by removing this, we get the caption block diagram. So this is what we have. Now we are going to label it. So we are going to use it somewhere. If the figures are being used in the reference line text somewhere, so we should label it. So for that, for referring that back, we are going to use label. So we are going to label it. You can try parallelly. I'll give time to make it. So as this is hands-on, you can try along with me so that if you have any doubts, we can sort it out. So here, what is the figure name that we have given? We have given as figure 1 dot png. Yes, so we have taken it. So with this, the basic figure which we are going to define. So this is the basic thing. We start with begin figure. So the default as a template code, we are going to get end figure and we include the graphic. That means we are just including the figure. And if to write the caption to title of the figure, so we use the command caption and we give it. And then if the figure will be used somewhere to cite the figure or to refer the figure again, so we are going to take it label. So then I'll just let you know how to refer the figure in the text. How we are going to make it up. Shall I go to the next one? Is this clear how to just import a basic figure?
Yes, madam.
Thank you. So this is the basic thing that we are going to see. And now how next, let us see the same. Okay. So this is what I have just projected now. Use graphics package so that we get begin figure and end figure. And so the figure has include graphics is going to give the file name and the caption and label. This is what we have discussed, the basic thing. Now let us see the next one, how we are going to see the scaling. So resize the figure what we have. Similarly, with respect to the height, width, or the scaling, caption, different, the same. The basic things are include graphics, caption, and label are fixed for every figure. And now we are going to see the positions of the figure where we are going to place it, and similarly, what would be the resize option that we are going to consider, and if at all we want to do scaling, everything. So this is the basic code, like begin figure. Centering is the position where we are going to give, and include graphics. We are going to do scaling. This is, and caption and label, as we are going to use it further. Caption is to just a name, and label is to use the figure later. Similarly, if we are going to consider for the height and width, it means we are going to resize the figure, or cropping, zoom in, zoom out, or depending upon the figure visibility, we can change the settings with respect to height and width of the figure. Yeah, now let us see. Let us go with one more figure. Let us see how to refer the figure in the text. So now I want to refer the figure, whatever I have given. So I'll just write a sentence. The figure fig dot slash ref. As we are referring that, we are going to have fig dot ref. So refer with respect to, till now, as we have done only one figure, so it directly shows the figure number. So if we give is the block diagram of the method. So now let us run and see how whether it is referred. Yeah, as the figure width and content here we are going to take, it has been in the next page. So here under introduction, this is the first line that we mentioned. So it has, the text has come under the introduction section. So the figure 1 is the block diagram of the method. So this is how we are going to referring the figure. So this is how we are going to refer the images in the draft. So what is the command that we are going to use? Figure, or else if we write figure figure 1 is the block diagram of the method, whatever we have projected. So this is how we are going to refer the figures by using label. If without label, if we check without labeling, let us see. Without giving the label option, we can't see the figure number. We can't see the figure. So here it is showing the question mark. To just make it up, and this is how we are going to, first we should use the command label, then only we can obtain the figure number in the text wherever we want to use it. So this is the importance of the labeling. So irrespective of the text, because as we are writing the theses or the articles, we have so many images to be inserted. So for this, each and everything manual checking is going to be a tedious job. So to avoid that, if we use LaTeX and if we start making it, so it automatically considers the figure numbers from 1 to last, and similarly, wherever we are going to insert them or we are going to embed them, we are going to get the exact location depending upon the user. So this is how we are going to take it out. Is this clear, the importance of label and how to refer the figure? Shall I go to the next one? Is anybody doing it parallelly, hands-on, right? So if you have any doubts, you can post in the chat box. Our team is there to sort it out, and we are here. Yes, why is the figure placed in the second page? How to bring it to the first page? So if we just resize or enough, let us see how we are going to consider the width of the figure. So whatever the figure that we have, width, if we mention the sizes, the width is equals to, here we have the options, width is equals to width is equals to the text width. So let us take the option text width. It is according to the width of the text. So now if we want to use the width scaling, so width scaling or the other thing, the height of the figure or the width of the figure. So directly we can take it as the text width. So it is nothing but it is going to fix along with the width that is provided. So it defines the width in the text document, the line width. How much is the line width that we have? So because if it is A4 size paper that we consider and we have different margins depending upon the user. So based on the template given, we are going to get the figures with respect to the text document is going to be text width of the text that we are going to define. Instead of that, if at all we consider with any 12 centimeters, and if its height is going to be height equals to 5 centimeters. So let us see how we are going to do it now. If you observe here, as it is going to be like the width is 12 centimeters and the height is 10 centimeters. Let us change the width to 10 and the height to 12 centimeters. So this is how we obtain width is equals to 10 centimeters and height is equals to 12 centimeters. So depending on the image, what we have imported, and what the visibility with respect to the draft that we are going to do the resize option. So with, and similarly, we can do the option called scaling also. We can scale, it means whatever the image that we have, it can be either zoom in, zoom out using scaling option. So it means if we have this, so here, if we mention from a scale equals to 0.5, it's looking same. So let us take it to scale 1. As we have considered the width completely, so it is just being as same. So let us take it to 0.2. So we can make it scale the image with respect to different. So this is how we are going to do resize, like width of the image and height of the image, and similarly scaling options we are going to do. As I mentioned, it is going to consider all different formats of the images. So let us take a new one now. And the other option directly we can take it as, okay, that instead of taking the width, if we take it to be the scale. So it's scaled to 0.2 times the figure what they have. So this is how it is directly scaling. So zoom in. If at all we want to make it to zoom out, so we will change the scale. Instead of 0.2, I have made it 1.2. So it has zoomed out. So this is how we are going to scale the images what we have. Depending upon the visibility, we can adjust the scale size, or else we can go with direct option resize as width and height with manually sizing. So either we can take the scale as an option, or else we can directly go with image height or the width. So let us take one more figure began. Figure. So let us take the figure 10, and Here the label will be figure 10.png, and the caption we will give some name. Happy, happy, happy. So here is a graph. So whatever the title that we have justified, we have included. So directly include with we have included the figure. So without any changes. So now let us see the width, how we are going to vary. Width equals to 5 centimeters and height is equals to 5 centimeters. Let us give the same. So let us observe. So as per the given dimensions like width and height. So 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, this is enough. But if we take like this, it is nothing is visible. So for this case, we are going to improve the height to be 10 and width to be, let us take it as 15. So it is user friendly. We can give the dimensions like width and height however we want, depending upon the width of the page or the line, how we are going to take it out. Is it clear? Shall I go to the next option? It's not supporting TIFF format. Probably then you can PNG and EPS files are definitely supportable. So you can convert the figure into the different file format what it is supporting. So I think PNG is supporting and JPG is also supporting. Probably TIFF is not supporting. Is it fine? Shall I go to the next one?
Yes, madam, you can go to the next one.
Thank you. So here we have done two things. The scaling, either we can resize the figure either using by scale option or width and height that we can give manually depending upon the image that what we have imported. So this is what we are going. This is what let us take the other figure with another option of rotating the figure. We can see the option rotating the figure. How to rotate the figures. Let us take the same begin figure. I'll take figure number 11 and this caption that we are going to take graph 2. Graph 2 and its label. If we are again referring the figure somewhere, so we are going to take the figure label. As we have not mentioned any centering or the other things or where to place the figure, it is directly taking in the new page. That's what we are doing. We are observing here. Every figure is taken in a new page. We have not mentioned anything. So this is about the PSNR values and this is the mean square error. So now let us see how to rotate the figure with different options. So let us take here the width of the figure. Width equals to 10 centimeters with respect to the text width of the text that we are going to consider, comma, the angle what we are going to take. Angle equals to, first let us take 45. Let us compile this and let us check. So this is how the angle inclination to 45 degrees. So this has been made with 45 degrees. So this is how we have just inclined with a value of 45 degrees. Similarly, we can take the same with a 90 degrees rotation. So this is for the text rotating. So rotating with respect to the half width. So if it is, let us see the change with instead of the width is 10 centimeters, let us incline with 0.5 text width. So let us observe the change. So it is just half, instead compared to the previous one, whatever the conclusion that we have. So with respect to the text width, it has taken to 0.5. Previously, we have given 10 centimeters width. So the complete width has been 10 centimeters. But here now we are going to consider 0.5. So this is how we are going to take the conclusion. And now let us see in the other figure with the both scaling and angle variations in a figure. Both scaling and angle variation in the figure. So let us take that as a next example. So now, what are the images that till now we have imported? How many figures? 3 figures. The first one is block diagram. We have just seen in with a scale and the other. And the next is with respect to the resize option, using the manual descriptions as width and height of the image and scaling. And the third one, we have observed that with respect to the angle inclination. So we have observed that with angle inclination. Now, let us see the other example, like how we are going to scale and implement the angle inclination for the same figure. So now, let us take one more example with weekend figure. Again, we are going to take weekend figure. So we have not used, we have just used the package graphics. We have not taken any captions or the labels or anything. So we have just taken the package used with respect to graphics only. Begin figure. So let us take the both angle so here let us take the scale 0.5 and scale equals to 0.5. The angle here, let us take it to 60 degrees. Let us incline with 60 degrees. And let us take the other figure as figure 4. Here I just made it figure 4. So figure 4, images of bring this case, let us see. So here the figure label is going to figure 4.png. .png. So this is the inclination as we have, if we observe the two images, this is with respect to 60 degrees and this is the inclination with respect to 45 degrees, or else we will see the scaling here with respect to 2, and the angle here, let us go with minus 50. So what, any number, any angle we can implement. So let us take minus 50. So this is what the minus 50 degrees. So if we take it, so this is how we are going to see the minus 50. So as I have given scale value to be 10, so it means the resize has improved, has been this case. So this is how as it is. So now let us reduce it to 1 so that it will be clearly visible with respect to the page width. Yeah, this is now visible with respect to scaling in terms of 1. So these are the 4 different types of the basic elements that what we are going to see, that is resizing and rotation of the images. We are going to consider the resizing and rotation of the images. So manually giving width and height is one option, and scaling depending upon the image that what we are going to implement is scaling the other one, and the angle inclination can be happened depending upon the image. So that is rotation up to any degree, 0 to 360 degrees, we can take it up. So or else from we can consider from plus 180 to minus 180, depending upon the values that we incline. So these are the two types. This is right inclination and this is left one. So depending upon the value that we give, here I have used minus 50 degrees. So this is how we have got a reverse image. Clear? So shall we go to the next one, the positioning? What is the default value of the text width? It is how to rotate the caption of the image or change the position of the caption. I think the position, the figure label will be the same. Labeling will be with respect to the text width only, but we can just rotate the images. Here we are talking about rotate the images. The title cannot be made so that it may not be applicable. So we are going to just see the names will be same as such, but the only images will be rotated. The page text width is, I think it is 10 centimeters, I think. As a general A4 size in Word document, the general dimensions will be this. That's what. By using the document place, we get the default values. If at all we use any packages depending upon the articles or the templates of different journals, based on their templates, we can make it out. So if we can import directly the templates so that every package will be defined in the template what we are going to take, and we can use directly. Default is probably 10 centimeters to 15 centimeters width of the page, as it is A4 size. Figure scaling position details. So figure scaling position that we are going to implement here, the scale value, whatever we are going to take. How to add pictures in one caption. Sir, I'll be telling that in the sub-figure, adding sub-figures in a main figure that we have, sir. I'll just let you know, as this is the basic thing without any position or without anything, a basic embedding of the images into the documents is what I have taught till now. That is about the table. We can take an option rotate and we can make it out. So this is what you have projected for table, right? So that is for table. As it is a complete page, we can take landscape instead of portrait. We can use landscape so that we get completely, as this is the table. So similarly, we can use for the figures also. Rotate option in terms of caption. So this is the basic thing. So whatever we have discussed, the resizing and rotation of the images. So here is the just command with respect to different things, that is manual size, that is width and height that we are going to give, and similarly width with respect to the text width. So whatever the width that we have taken, that is 10 centimeters or 12 centimeters, depending on, we are going to take it out, and we should give the figure names that we are going to take. And we have the other one in angle rotation with respect to angle 45 and angle 90. There I have shown in terms of angle 60 and minus 55. Similarly, we have a scale option. Scale is nothing but if the image will be resized with respect to 1 point times of the real image. That is, whatever the width that we have, it is going to take 1.5 times of the image. Similarly, we can give up to 2, 3, depending on the width of the image and the visibility that we prefer. This is about resizing and rotation of the images. Next, let us see the next point, that is position of the image. Now, as we have not given any labeling with respect to where the position is going to be. So here we have the basic thing is begin figure. So we are going to determine the position. We are going to determine the position of the figure. So how to determine the position? So we have the basic position, that is place, the basic thing, that is HTBP. That is we are going to take the position, place it. We are going to place it here. And next we are going to see if we write there as T. So we are going to observe the position at the top of the page. Similarly, B is going to represent the position at the bottom of the page. And if it is a special page where somewhere we are going to take it out, then we are going to use P. And the other important factor that we are going to see is exclamatory mark, where it is going to override the initial parameters in the LaTeX file, and it is going to delete the good float position. So this is what we observe. So, and the other one, precisely place the location, is capital H. So these are the different positions that we have. Similarly, we have the position after that, we have alignment to be centered, to be middle, and to the corner of the page. So we have centering position. So generally we use centering, and depending on the parameters, we are going to take it with the other. So the basic code again, basic figure with the position. The basic figure with the position, where H is going to be placed here. Wherever we have included, there alone it is going to be taken. And next we are going to take it, the different types like T, that is place it on the top of the page, and position at the bottom of the page, and specifically placing in the special page. And the other one, exclamatory mark, overrides with respect to the initial parameters. This is what we are going to observe. So now let us see how, this is how we are going to take it. So what are the things basically that we did? HTB, that is place here, and begin figure, that is top of the page, and exclamatory V is going to bottom of the page. So these are the basic things that we take, and beyond this we are going to use the other parameters like P, only exclamatory, and the capital H. This can be used for the position later. So these are the basic things that we are going to take, begin figure with how we are going to place it. So let us see, and now begin figure. So let us see the figure number 3, and its caption as implementation. I'm just writing the name as implementation, and similarly we go with yes, and we go with any figure if we want to label it later. So we will be taking label. If not, we can just make it unused. So first I'll just import the raw figure. Then we will see how we are going to take This is the flowchart implementation, how we are going to take it up. And now, what are the other things that here we are going to use? Is begin centering. So as we place centering, here it is centering. So now, begin figure with respect to the position place at the bottom of the figure. So let us write B as we are going to take bottom of the page. So it is the bottom of the page. If you observe, or else we can, I'll just resize it to the small, then we can width equals to 0.5 centimeters. You will see. Yeah. Here, if you observe, I have just given it as 5 centimeters, 0.5 centimeters. So it is just shown as a minute thing. Now let us see it is with respect to centering and bottom. If I remove centering, 2 centimeters. So now use exclamatory here where to place, or let us take top of the page. As there is no text and anything in the PDF, we are just importing. Every page is going to be taken into the new page. So this is how as is everything. Let us see. As this is only the figures that we are importing, and it is taking in terms of the only middle of the page. It is just displaying at the middle of the page. Something. Some draft. Write something text so that yes, as it is continuation, it has directly taken to the introduction page. So now let us yes, these are the images which are available depending on the given English. So here, if you observe the first figure is here, and then the two figures, depending upon the size of the figures that we have, they have made it into the same page. So depending upon the uh, commands that we are going to write as a width or text, everything. So we are going to place them. So now, as I mentioned here, new page. As I mentioned, new page, the whatever the text I have placed, it has been in a new page, and its image and the image what I have taken is inclined. So that here, so let me scale with 0.5, and I'll just make it with an angle of 20 degrees. So let us see the change, how we are going to get it. So this is how we are going to get as it is directly placed at the bottom. So now we can see bottom of the page. So now it has been placed here at the bottom. So we have used the exclamatory with B, so the place here at bottom of the page. So we have got it in the same page. So this is how we are going to use along. If we write along with it, as we will be writing the articles or the everything along with the text, so we can adjust depending. If not, if we are just placing only the figures, we cannot get them whatever the modifications we are going to. So here as width is only 2 centimeters, here top or bottom, whatever it is not actually visible, but if we write along with the text, we are going to get it. Yes, we will see the packages, whatever we have. So we will just check how we will be using. So what are the other packages that we require to use, and the captions and sub captions, everything. So this is about how we are going to place the images on the bottom of the page, top of the page, and the place here, H means here, wherever we are going to use, place there itself, and bottom of the page, top of the page, these are the other commands, like what I have projected on the slide. So these are the H that is placed here. T is going to be top of the page, B is bottom of the page, and P is going to be on the specific page where we are going to use, and this is exclamatory used to make it it just deletes the overridden one, and it is going to take the new one. So this is how we are going to take the conclusion of the position of the images. Next, let us see the captioning, labeling, and referencing. Already I have told the label and caption. Now for this, what we are going to use. So for this case, the whatever the begin figure that we have, the commands here, what we mentioned is begin figure, and it means it has placed here. So we are going to place it here, and centering is nothing but depending upon the page width, we are going to make the image to be centered, and graphics, and here we have written 0.8 text width, and with this here in the projector it is bitap.png, so that we have seen, and similarly caption with logo and label. So already as I mentioned, how to refer it, how to refer the figures, the official here these are the, so ref is to cite the figure inside the text with the help of the label, and label is used to refer the figure wherever required, and caption is to add the description about the image. So we know this, right? So caption is about the description of the image, and label is what the logo, what is the labeling factor that we consider, and refer, that label will be used to use it in the use it in the text to refer or cite the image that we have. So these are the things that let us see now how we are going to label and how we are going to take. Yes, how to insert the figure exactly between two paragraphs. We will see. Let us take the same text and so here, so wherever we want to place in between two paragraphs, if you observe here, I just mentioned new page and I have pasted some text which has been required, and then I placed the syntax for the figure 4, and I just mentioned here place here. That is the exclamatory with H is going to take figure wherever we wants to embed it is going to. If you observe whatever the question posted in chat box here, so we are going to place between two paragraphs. So begin figure can be taken. Yes, let me see. So we are going to place wherever we want. Now, if I place it here as a top, if you observe, if we place it as a top, so the figure will be placed at the top of the page. So with respect to top of the whatever the second paragraph that we are taking, so that we are going to take connection loss. Yes, some technical issue here, lost the signal. Okay, so here it is with respect to the top of so if at all if I write B, so it is going to take bottom of the page. So this is how we can observe along with the text. If we take the images, then we can clearly observe what are the variations that we are doing and what are the syntaxes that we follow. So we have seen here means exactly where the location it is going to be taken. Bottom means it will show, and top means as we have written above the uh, paragraph, so it is directly taken there. So this is how we are going to see for it is placed in between. So this is for the, and the next figure is obtained here. So let us increase the width to 8 centimeters. So we will observe the change what we have done. Right. So now for taking this label and captioning, so we are going to use the package here. So till now we have been with the basic package graphics. Now let us take the package, use package caption. So we have, if we have multiple figures, okay, first let us see with caption. So that we will get what are the captions that we are going to take for, they are going to be with respect to the figure that we have the caption. So now here, so we have used the package called caption. Similarly, if we have multiple figures and we want to make all those figures in a single figure, so there we are going to use the option called subfigure. So for that, we will be using a package called use package sub figure. So we are going to use if we have multiple images to be taken, for example, figure A, B, C, so on up to so many numbers. So for this, we will use figure subfigure. We will be using the command subfigure. And if we want to take the captions, so for this, we will be taking the package use package sub captions if we want to use it. So for that, we will be using sub captions. So these are the basic uh, things that we require. That is, graphics is the default thing, and in that we are going to use package, use subfigure, and use sub captions. And similarly, now let us see how to have how to get the list of figures in the diagram in the entire draft. So for this, we will write a command wherever required. So I'm just writing it. So we are writing this to generate the list of figures. So the command what I am going to write is to get the list of figures in the entire image along with the page number. So let us see slash list of figures. So what is the command that we are going to get? Directly without any spaces, we just write list of figures. If you observe, as I mentioned, okay, this is after an introduction. Okay, let us take introduction. So along with the page numbers, if we observe, so manual verification is very difficult in the case of figures, equations, and the tables. So we directly use the list of figures like this. So we get one list of figures. So one is number, block diagram, and it's available in the page 2. Similarly, graph I have given, it is available in page 3. The 5 images, whatever I have mentioned. So along with the page numbers, we are going. So what is the command that we are going to take it? List of figures. So backslash list of figures without any spaces. So we get all the list of figures. And if you want to make them in a table, we can make it. How can we insert image and text by using text wrapping? So by using the text wrap command, and for that we should use the package. We'll take document. Yes, we'll let you know. So for this, use package here wrap figure. So for this, wrap figure is used. So wrapping figure that can be towards right alignment or the next right or left, we can wrap the figure so that we can get embedded along with the caption. So these are the different captions. These are the different packages that we are going to use. And again, one more useful package that you are going to use is graphics path. If you observe, by just typing graphic path, it is just to take and here if we directly take the first time, here I have just imported the figures, right? So here whatever, here if we upload the complete figure, complete folder, there with same, it is showing. Okay, we can take graphics and whatever the path name that we have. So whatever the name that we are going to give, so you just type and place them in a folder so that you can take the folder at a time. So you can directly take the folder at a time. This is how we are going to, these are the basic things. So the graphics is the basic one that we are going to use, and caption for using it, and then a label is for citing we have, and sub figure and sub captions and wrap figure. So let us see how we are going to take the sub figure command. Okay. So here if we observe, so we have done with labeling caption. So now let's, here we have use package subfigure. Already we have done there use package subfigure. So how to take it? So here if we observe, 6 figures have been embedded in a single figure with a figure name, and we have figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the individual figures, but all of them are going to present here with respect to the PSNR value along with the file size. So what is the command that we are going to use here? Subfigure, and whatever the figure name that we are going to use, and for that the same hash include and include graphics, And scaling, depending upon the value we are going to here, I have just projected with scale equals to 0.25 as they are the images. And what is the figure name? Figure slash F1. So whatever the figure that we have, that, and the space between, if you observe here, we are going to use a command called h space. So that is going to give the space between the images, whatever we have. So if it is only 2 images, we can space them with 8. If it is, so depending upon the images that we have. So here the double line, here if you observe a double line is visible, so that is going to be horizontal line. We are going to directly take a horizontal line. So the first 3 figures will be in one row and the next figures will be in the other row. So this is what we observe, and the caption and the label are all existing. So this is what, if we consider, this is the syntax for subfigure. So begin figure, centering as the position is going to be taken, and similarly subfigures here, this projected slide is with respect to 6 figures which has to be made in a single figure. Yes, I'll just let you know the wrap package again. Yeah, wrap figure text is whatever the use package wrap figure we have. For that, we are going to take right alignment and left alignment along with the text that we consider. Along with the text we consider. So here we are going to take, I'll show again in the olive, began, wrap figure, and whether it is right alignment or the left alignment that we are going to observe. Here we have written L for the left alignment of the figure, whereas right alignment we are going to write it as R. And width of the figure box also we are going to define as it is, if it is a 2 column or something. So we are going to define the width of the figure. So that is with respect to 0.5 times of the width. So this is what we are going to take wrap figure. So let us see how we are going to take it for sub figures. So begin figure. So here we are going to take the figure number 5. So directly we take sub figure. So now we are going to see slash sub figure, use package sub figure. So already we have used package sub figure. So we are directly going to take, and whatever the figure that we are going to take. So here we are going to take figure 1. Figure 1. And then we are going to use the package, include the package graphics with, let us take with width equals to 0.5. And this is figure 5. So next, let us take the same. And here we are going to write it as figure 2. And here I'll just place it as figure 7. As they are in. So we are going to take the caption as simulations. I'm just making it as simulations. Let us run and see. One second. Yeah, this is the figure that we have, and so if we consider here the include graphics with this, we consider sub figure. That we need to be. Yes, so here we have sub figure, figure 1, include graphics, and we have done scaling with 0.5 and figure name that we have given. So for this, along with it, if we want to make the, as the figure width is high, so here it is showing individual fields. If at all the figure width is only graphs that what we have taken. So we are going to use headspace, or else we can take the gap h fill. So likewise, we are going to take, we can use the number of figures and through it the three. Yeah. These are the three figures and which is going to be with respect to, okay, let us take only scaling 0.1 instead of 0.5. So based on the things that what we adjust, we are going to take the different conclusions. As the scaling, I have just made it as 0.1. So here we have yes. So as I made it, so now the width of the figures is available in here. So if at all we are going to take the space between each figure, so we are going to write it as, or else we will write it after second figure. I'm just embedding two lines. So it means the two figures will be in one row and the third one will be in the third figure. So what, so I think that I'll just made it 0. Okay, 0.1. Here, if we observe, the first, I have just embedded three figures which has to be placed in a common figure. The figure title is with respect to LPTV filter, and the other captions I have figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. So we can make it as ABC, or else I'll just write it as A. B, and let us take this the titles to be ABC. So we have got it as ABC. So if we want to give the space between, so we are going to take it as hash h space. We can take it as 2 mm. The same headspace, so different headspace. Two mm. I have given 2 mm. So let us see what is the space that we are going to get between this images. So we have got 2 centimeter space. So if at all we want to take new line after an image. So we are going to just space double line, double backslash, so that we'll get, now if we observe, as we placed here 2 mm and backslash. So figure A is in one row and the other two are in the other. Likewise, we are going, so if at all we want to take H fill, or else we can use H fill. So this is how we have obtained. H fill means it is going to take according to the width of the page. H fill is going to be according to width of the page that we are going to consider. This is how we are going to import the figure subcaption. So this is how we are going to take. So figure, so what is the syntax here for subfiguring? So subfigure A, B, C. So we have given A, B, C, and we have made it hash backslash include graphics, and scaling we have done with 0.1. As the image width is so much, I have just scaled it to 0.1 times of the original, and I have used headspace which gives 2 centimeters, or else if I mention without mentioning this, so we can directly take the centimeters, that is okay, let us say 4 mm space between each figure. So 4 millimeter space, so depending on the page width. So this is with respect to page width of 4. So what are the other commands that we are going to write? I'm just mentioning here. So either we can use head space, the horizontal space with respect to the value, whatever the space that we are going to take, or else we can use H fill to fill with the width of the page. Likewise, these are the different cases. So similarly, the wrap text, we are going to see the wrap text. So, and for the wrap text, we are going to include the begin, wrap figure. So first we are going to begin with figure, then we will check. Okay. You are that. That configuration that is not available. So whatever the text I have projected with respect to wrap figure. So this is what we are going to take: wrap figure, left alignment and right alignment. So these are the things that we are going to sort it out, and we write everything same except instead of directly begin figure, we just go with begin wrap figure. So that is the syntax we use, and left alignment and right alignment. With this, I conclude, and as I already listed how to list the figures, and with this, I conclude my presentation. The session is open for queries. If any queries, we will sort it out and find.
So participant can ask the question on the chat box.
Yes, definitely, we will share. How to refer figures? The referred figures is, yeah, here we are going to share the refer figure. We can refer the figures by using this. So if you observe the screen here, figure, refer, slash. So this is what I have highlighted. So wherever we are going to use fig dot slash ref, whatever the title of the figure that we have, we are going to refer it so that we will be getting it in the text wherever we are going to use it. So the syntax for referring the figures is figure or fig dot ref, I mean slash ref and braces open and the figure title. And one thing, whatever the templates that we have, we can directly import. Most of the templates of the journal articles are available in Overleaf. We can import them and we so that there is no need to again install each and every package or add package. So if we follow the template, we can make it out. PPTs will be shared later after the sessions completed, I think.
Actually, the video is already on YouTube, so you can reverse back and you can check whatever the content is there. You can follow it. So it's already in the YouTube. I think everyone have got the link for YouTube live stream also. You can check the previous videos regarding this workshop. Okay. Any other query? So if you have any further, you have 1 more minute to ask in the chat box. So you can check the link just I posted on the by the Rajesh sir. So you can check on click on the link and you can reverse and the link of the YouTube on already in the chat box. You can click on it. Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your. So now I'm stopping this session, and thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable information regarding figure environment in the LaTeX.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
I would like to thank the Dr. S. Priyanka for her consistent support and also thank to the Mr. Rao and Sai for their consistent support. The session will be definitely helpful to the MTech and PhDs for the society. And one more, now it's time to take a short break. We request you all kindly assemble here after 5 minutes for the next session. So we will meet after 5 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Rajesh, sir, Dr. Rajesh. Hello, Rajesh, are you there? The feedback link will be shared on the last day of the workshop. So don't worry regarding the feedback.
Sir, Praveen sir.
Sir. Sir, so I'm making you the host, so you will continue for the next session.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much. Mohan sir, are you there?
Yeah, hi, sir. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, sir. Sir, should we stop this session and again reinitiate another session, or shall we
We can
continue?
continue in this session. No problem.
Okay, sir. Okay. Shall we ask the research scholars to join, or they will join those two guys?
Hello, Rajesh sir.
Sir, so shall we start?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah. So, very good morning to one and all. I hope you are enjoying our third international workshop on LaTeX. So, till now, you might have learned the concepts like the essentials of research, introduction to overleaf, different document structures, and how to add figures and to the document, including some floating options, sub-figure options, everything. Now, in the current session, you will learn the tabular environment, which is again very important in a document. So that in the LaTeX environment, you are going to learn. So that before that, let me introduce our session's resource person, Dr. Mohan Bansal. So Dr. Mohan Bansal received his BE degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering from RGPV Bhopal, India in 2008, and MTech from NIT Kurukshetra, India in 2011. He received the PhD degree in Electrical Engineering from IIT Kanpur in 2020. He is currently working as a senior assistant professor in the School of Electronics Engineering at VIT University, India. He also worked as a guest editor in the special issue on advanced deep learning methods for audio and speech processing, Science Publishing Group, and TPC member of IEEE conferences. His research interests include digital signal processing, speech signal processing, parametric modeling of the signal, machine learning, and deep learning. He has experience of more than 5 years in teaching and research. I hope you definitely get benefit out of this session. And sir, over to you.
Thank you, Rajesh sir, for the introduction. Okay, so I'll share my screen with the participants, and a very good morning to one and all the participants. This session is about the tabular environment, and we'll learn how to insert the table.
Jay, you can continue, sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So this workshop, this session will be regarding the tabular environment, and we'll learn how to create the table in LaTeX. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, I welcome to all in this session on third 1 week international workshop on technical writing using LaTeX. And here, this is my outline of the presentation. In this presentation, we will learn about how to create the table and what are the tabular environment required, like table environment and tabular environment that we'll use in these sessions to create the table. And you know, in the table, we are having the rows and columns. So we should know how to align the column contents, how to align the rows content. So we use some parameters or specifications that we'll discuss in this presentation. And creating the lines between the two columns and two rows are also very important in the table. So we'll discuss how to insert the vertical lines, how to insert the horizontal lines. And adjusting the column width also we'll discuss in this presentation. So these all the parts are coming inside the basic table creation, because in every tables we require all these parts. Apart from that, we will go in the advanced table that will be kind of creating the merging the cells or creating the multi-row and multi-column tables. Okay, and in the last we'll conclude with the advanced table like long table, adjusting the long table in the presentation in the research paper. And if table is long, content is not fitting in the portrait mode, converting the table in the landscape mode that we'll see. So I will just give you one demo about my research article that I have written in the LaTeX here. You can see this is the research article that is written in the Springer format. And here, Rajesh sir, can you see my LaTeX window?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Fine. So here you can see that in this paper I have inserted a number of tables. One table is the basic table. Here we can see that table 1. This table is consisting of the multi-row and multi-column. So here TD speech are written in the 2 rows. So rows are merged here. TI speech we can see this is rows in the 3rd and 4th row. So we will learn about the how to merge the cells. And in the next table you can see the table with the horizontal lines but without vertical lines. How do we create the table in the LaTeX? And here we can see the large table that might not be fit in the paper, that might not be fit in the A4 sheet. So how we can adjust this large table in this format? Apart from that, we will also learn about a long table that is not adjusting in the portrait mode. So we'll see how to convert this table in the landscape mode. So this is kind of the advanced table that we are going to learn. So I will move to the presentation here. So I will just give you a brief introduction about the tabular environment. Now you have you have basic understanding about the different packages. You have understanding about the environment, because in the last session you learn about the figure insertion. So just like the begin figure, here we use begin table, because this is the tabular environment. We'll use the begin table, and inside the table we have another environment that is tabular. Inside the table we have tabular, so we write the content in this tabular environment that what we want to print. Okay, the centering is used to center the table, and caption is used to label. Like here you can see that this is a table. Its table caption is present here, whatever I have written inside the / caption. and label is used to refer the table in the text. Fine. So this is the basic diagram of basic image of the table. So we start with the vegan table. Then we enter in the vegan tabular. So here you can see in the right side. In the right side, I fill the data. So what data I have filled? Here we can see in the tabular we have center aligned. This C are the representing to the center aligned. So we have 4C. It is indicating that 4 columns we have in this table. Here you can see in the left side we have 2C. Here we have 2C in the left side. It is indicating that this table with the 2 column only. So C is especially not representing to the column. C is representing to the center alignment. Okay, so here all the cells, all the columns are centered aligned, and in the table you can see 4 columns are given, all are the center aligned. Fine. This line, vertical lines just adjacent to C are representing to that we need to insert the line between cells. We need to insert the line between columns. Contents are name, and this is the separator, column separator. Ampersand sign symbol is the column separator. So in the first column we have name, then second column we have age, third column we have qualification, and fourth column is salary. So in the first row, first column name, first row, second column is age, first row, third column is qualification, and fourth column is salary. Going to the next line, we use the double slash. That might be explained by the Vikas sir in the documentation session. Double slash line we use to go to the next line. Similar way here we use a double slash to go to the next line in the table. So Rahul 30, BTech, and 40K will insert in the second row in the respective column. Those are separated by the ampersand sign. Similarly, we have written the third row, and this is the printed in. So let me do the hands-on session, hands-on exercise on this creating the tabular environment in the overlay. Fine. So I'll just start from the basic. I will create a new project. I'll create a new project, and I'll take a blank project here. And project name is session on. We can give any name, a session on table. I created this. Fine. So here, inside the document, I'm not using the make title. I'm not using the introduction. Just I will discuss about table here. So what is our aim? Our aim is to create the table. So we start from the /begin table, /begin table. When we are doing, it is already suggesting. Overleaf is already suggesting this is the /begin table. If I click on this, we can see the complete environment that we have seen in the presentation. Correct? So right now we are not discussing about this square bracket. I'm just removing from here. I will discuss about it later. So now this is the tabular environment. We want to print something. Let's see, I want to print A in the first row, first column, and ampersand symbol is used to separate the column. Then A ampersand B, then C ampersand D. So what we have done here, we have 2x2 matrix. Okay. So if I compile it, after compiling this, we can see A, B, C, and D. Okay, here you can see column one line is there because one line is inserted between 2C. If I remove this line, vertical line, this matrix or this table is without line. If you want to add multiple lines, like just starting of the table, in between and end of the table, we need to insert the column separate. We need to insert the vertical line. Okay, so I inserted here 3 lines. So 3 vertical line will be in this small table. So you can insert vertical line here in the tabular environment. Now I want to insert the horizontal line. So to insert the horizontal line, we use the /h line. So this /h line is placed after the first row, after the A and B and before the C and D. So the horizontal line will be inserted after A and B and just above the C and D. If you want to insert the horizontal line at the bottom, I will go to the next line by using double slash, then I will write /h line. And here we can see Now we need to add the top line also. So just before A and B, we will use the /h line. Fine. So we got this thing. So now I will create the table with 4 by 4. So how can I create? I will use 4 C, just like we are taking C here, and we are using vertical line. So it will create a table with the 4 column. A, B, C, D. Similarly, here I can write like C, D, E, and M. So what I have done here, I have included the 4 column, all are separated with the vertical line, and 2 rows are there. After 2 rows, we are inserting the horizontal lines also. So in the first row, we want to print A, B, C, D. In the second row, we want to print C, D, E, and F. That should be our expected output that we can observe here. And if you want to place the caption at the top of the table, so you can see the option of the caption here. This caption is can be placed at the top of the tabular, begin tabular. This caption will be placed at the top of the table. And we want to change the caption here. We can change the caption like demo on table. Whatever we write in the /caption, we can get the caption. So it is table 1. It's recompiling, and we'll get demo of table. Fine. Okay. Other than that, we'll discuss about the position of table, like in the page, how we can insert, how we can place the table on the top of the page, how we can place the table at the bottom of the page, how we can place the table at the particular specified place. Fine. For that, I will just insert one dummy text. Dummy text means that will be generated by libsum command. There is libsum command we'll use here. We'll use here libsum command to insert the dummy text here. So for this libsum, we use the use package. We use the package libsum. I am not writing any technical content here. Just I have taken dummy text to show I want to place the table at the top of the page. I want to place the table at the bottom of the page. I want to place the table at the center of the page. So right now here you can see the table is automatically placed at the second page at the top. Fine. So here I will move to the slide. In this slide, you can see specification. Inside the begin tabular, inside the begin table, we have position. So I hope you also already learned about these positions like here, top, bottom, and float at any page so in the figure environment. So let me see how we can place the table at the top of the page, how we can place the table at the bottom of the page, how we can place the table at the new page and at the specified place. So H is used to place the table at the defined place, approximately at the same point where we are mentioning. T is used for the top, B is used for the bottom, and P is used to float the table at the special page or new blank page. And exclamatory sign is the automatically it will determine the good float position. It will automatically select the good float position by overriding the text. So here in begin table, inside the square bracket, if I write the B, we can and recompile it, we can see the table will be placed at the bottom of the page. Here you can see that table is placed at the bottom of the page. Fine. And if you want to place the table at the bottom of the first page, you need to write the libsum after the table. You need to write the libsum after the table. You need to write your content after the table. So now this table will be placed at the first page at the bottom. So table position also is important in the research paper writing. You will have to properly place the table where you are discussing about the table. So this is the position at the bottom. And if I want to place the table at the top, I will use the T here. So T is used to place the top, and you can see a table is placed at the top of the page. Fine. And here I will use the H. It will indicate that at the same position table should be placed. At the same position. It means just before the content. We have started the table first, then content is written here. So table will be placed just before the content. So it's the same position. If I change the content is placed just before the table, writing content is just before the table. So our table will be placed just after the content, whatever you have written. So here you can see table is the second page after the content. And why we can see here in the center? Because lipsum section is creating up to this point. Then we have table, then we have lipsum table, lipsum content. So if I comment it, if I comment this, you can see this is the section generated by the lipsum command. Fine. If you want to place the table between two different content, like if I write something here, the table description is given in /ref. What is the table label? We will use this table label to cite, to refer it. So this table should be placed just before this line, you can see. So first we have used the lipsum command to insert the content. Then we have used the tabular environment to insert the table. Then I have cited or I have referred the table by using the ref command. And it is mentioned the table description is given in table 1. So it is automatically citing the table. It is automatically referring the table. So table number is 1. If I use the same table again, automatically this number will be taken by the overleap or by the LaTeX. So table 1, second table will be second 2, table 1 and table 2, correct? And here the table description is given in table 2. Why it is given in the table 2? Because the label is same and it is automatically taking the second label. So /label is used to refer the content in the figure and table, and we use the refer by using the label content. So table, my label. Here it can be written as tab 1. Label, you can write anything. Here I can write tab 2. And if I want to refer the table 1, I need to use /ref tab 1. And it is automatically suggesting. Tab 1 is there. Now you can see the table description is given in table 1. If I want to cite the table 2, so I will use ref tab 2 because this is labeled as tab 2. If you want to write anything else, you can write, and the same name you need to refer. So far what you have seen, and I'm expecting that all of you please try this, open the overlay, because this is the hands-on session. And everyone, you just try to write a basic table, because we are going to learn the advanced table. That will be the long table, that will be the landscape table, and I will give you the overview of the table generator also. So at least understanding the long table and advanced table, you should have some basic knowledge about the creating the basic table. So just I'm expecting that you write something in the table. When you write the begin table, you can get automatically tabular environment. Everything is there. Just to insert the content, you check whether you are able to generate the table or not. Fine. Just I'm giving you just a few minute time, so you can everyone try and respond in the meeting chat whether you are able to do it or not. Because it's hands-on session, will take time. So basic understanding on the table is must to enter in the advanced table. So at least you just create a 2x2 table or 3x3 table or 2x3 table. You write anything in your overlay. Okay, meanwhile, just I'm creating one table for you so you can understand what I will do here. So all of you please try. Just you write the begin table, tabular environment will automatically come. You need to insert the content only. Just you write 1, 2, 3 or ABCD at least. In the overleaf, tabular environment will automatically come. Okay, let me proceed because we have a limited time and we'll discuss about too many things in this tabular environment. If you're doing it's good. If you're able to do it's good. Otherwise, you can try it later also by referring the recorded video. Fine. So now what I'm going to explain you alignment of the content in the table. Okay, I'll just remove the description part. Okay, fine. So now we have a table with some detail like name, age, qualification, and salary. And first name is Mohit, age is 34, qualification MTech, salary is 80K. Then the second, Santosh, 36, PhD, and 120K. So ampersand symbol is used to separate the column. And now here you can see in this table, everything are central aligned. Everything is central aligned. Now I want to align in the left side. So what I will do, I'll replace C with L to left align. You see the pointer, my pointer in the begin tabular at the editor, C will be replaced by L. C will be replaced by L here. And now you observe the changes in the PDF generator in the recompile window, in the compilation window, you can see the content will be left aligned after compiling this. Just you can see all the contents are left aligned. Previously, it was centered aligned. If I want to align on the right side, instead of L, we need to write R. So in the table, we can observe all the contents are right side aligned. Fine. So we use the C for the center alignment, L for the left alignment, R for the right alignment in the begin tabular. And if number of R, it means 4 number of R here. It means 4 columns with right alignment. We can use combination of LRC also. L is for the left alignment, C is for center alignment, and R is for right alignment. It means first column should be left aligned, center 2 columns should be central aligned, and right column should be the right aligned. So let me recompile and we observe the result. Name, Mohit, and Santosh are the left aligned. Salary 80K and 120K are the right aligned. You can observe the points, and these center 2 columns are the centered aligned. And I want to make bold as a first row. So I will use /text VF and use the curly bracket, write the name inside the curly bracket. So this name will become bold here. Just similar to Word, we can also use the Control B to make it bold. Select the content and press Control B, we can make it bold. So here, the first row will be bold. Fine. Apart from that, We'll see if I write something very long, like inside one cell, if I write something long text here, and I repeat the same multiple times. Fine. In the last column, for second row, I have written long text here multiple times. So text is long in the particular cell. If sometimes we want to describe something in the table form, we need to write a lot of things. So table will be out of the page in this kind of scenario. Table will go out of the page, and we want to adjust. You can see, observe in the right side, table is going outside of the page. So how do we deal with such kind of the problem in this table? So this can be resolved by selecting a command by P, and we can give the width of the column. We can give the width of the column. I want to give the width of the column is 3 centimeter. So after the 3 centimeter, text will come in the next line in the same cell, but text is going to the next line. So this is width of the cell. We can adjust it as per our requirement. It can be 5 centimeter, it can be 10 centimeter. You can write the width in inches, you can write the width in the point. So we can observe now width is 5 centimeter here. So long text can be written in the multiple line in the same cell. And apart from that, here we can observe this is the long text written here in multiple line. If I repeat it more times, if I increase the width of the text, we can observe. Okay, anything we can write in the cell. But I want Mohit 34 and M text should be in the center of the cell. How can we make it center of the cell? Text is aligned with the top of the cell. This text is aligned with the top of the cell. I want to align with the center. So instead of P, we use M here for the center alignment. M, curly bracket, width of the cell. So all the content will be centered aligned in this table. Okay, for M width is required one array package. It required one array package. It's giving an it is not taking the proper command because it is going to the out. It is not taking particular command. It is giving an error. What is the error? We can observe here. In the left side, it is giving LaTeX error illegal character in array argument. What does it mean? We have not defined the package for M 5 centimeter. It is not accepting our command. It is not accepting our command for the 5 centimeter, giving an error of array argument. So what we will do here, we'll use one package here that will be the array package. Use package array. You can see use package array. Now if I run, if I recompile it, we adjust it and the cells are aligned in the center. I hope you are getting me. And here for bottom alignment, we use the B. We use the B here for bottom alignment. You can see. So this text is aligned with the bottom line. If we use M, text is aligned with the center line. If we use P, text will be aligned with the top line. So here it is going to align with the top line. So we can adjust the cell height, cell width based on the width defined. Like I have defined the 5 centimeter in this case. We can define 3 centimeter. You can define in inches also. If text is going outside of the page, you can adjust by giving the width of the particular cell. Fine. After this, now we are going to discuss about the multiple row and multiple column. So I just remove this long text from here, and I'll write just only number 80K. And I consider C only. Center. Okay, fine. Here we are not getting line here. Let me see what is the reason. Okay, this cell is empty. We need to write. You can see what is happening here. Our table is with the 4 column, but in this row we have assigned only content for the 3 cells. First cell is Mohit, second cell is 34, and third cell is 80K. Those are fitted in the first 3 columns, but fourth cell is blank, and because of that we are not getting the column vertical line here. So I will use one ampersand sign, and I will write something here like qualification is MTech and ampersand sign. Now we can see all the entry will be filled in the particular cell. So first cell will be Mohit, second is 34, third is MTech, and fourth is 80K. If I add one more line in this, let's see, Rahul, age is 32, and qualification is, let's see, PhD, and age salary is, let's say, 100K. Fine. We'll use the slash, double slash to break the line. We'll use H line to insert the horizontal line just below this row. So what we can observe here, we have 4 rows. First row is the personal details like name, age, qualification, and salary, our heading. And in the next 3, we have given the description about 3 persons. But these 2 persons are with the same category, PhD. So I want to just insert only one time for all the person. So I want to write PhD here only one time. So what I will do, I will use the concept of the multi-row and multi-column. So you can see the concept of the multi-row and multi-column. So to use the multi-row, we need to use the package of the multi-row. To use the multi-column, we need to use the package of multi-col. Fine. And multi-row accept the package of the array also. We need to use the array cell package that we have already used. This will be, we can use here in this tabular environment. So let me see how we can combine the columns, multiple column. You can observe just above the name and age, we have personal details placed in 2 different columns. In the 2 columns, both are merged. Qualification and salary details are merged here. So column merging is here. So we are using the multi-column package here, multi-col package. And to merge the qualification like MTech, the qualification of these 2 persons are same, both are MTech. Just I want to write only one time. I don't want to repeat the same in different cells. It can be merged in this form. So for that, we need to use the multi-row because 2 rows are merged here. So the structure of multi-row is write the multi-row, how many cells we want to combine. So in this case, we want to combine 2 cells. So multi-row with 2 cells we want to merge, merging of the number of cells. And cell width is defined in asterisk. We can use it is default, will be taken by the as per the requirement. And what do you want to print in this cell? It is MTech. So this is the structure multi-row 2 star MTech. Similar way to print the multi-column, we use the multi-column number of cells. Here 2 cells we need to use, and column alignment. How do you want to align? We want to align centrally here. And what the information we want to give in the column, that is the personal details. So multi-column, number of cells, alignment, and personal details. So that we do in the hands-on here. So I want to merge these 2 PhD in a single column. So what I will do, I'll write here slash multi-row. Okay, slash multi-row. Inside that, how many number of cells we want to merge? 2 cells. So I'll write 2. Then it will be automatically aligned by asterisk, and information in this cell will be PhD. If I recompile it, what will happen? You will get some error. Definitely you will get the error. You will not get the error. Exactly, you will get the incorrect format. So what is the incorrect format? Just we see. Okay, first of all, we are getting the error because package is not used. As I mentioned, we will use the package. The package is use package. multi-row, multi-column as well as multi-row. We have used the multi-row package. And now if I recompile it, we'll get different format or incorrect format of the presentation. So you can see line is coming in this cell. We want to remove this line and we want to remove the PhD written in the bottom cell. So this is the easy task. We can remove the PhD from here. But 2% will be there. It means in the first cell, we have Rahul. In the second cell, we have 32 and third cell is blank. That is merging with the previous row. And in the fourth cell, we have 100K. So now if we recompile it, the bottom PhD will be removed from the cell, but still we have line. So how to deal with this line? We want to remove this line. So instead of C line, in this case, we use, instead of this H line, we use the C line command, C line. Okay. In the C line, we'll write command 1 to 2. Here you can see C line is in giving that 1 to 2. It means we want to insert the line only column 1 to column 2. Fine. So similar way here, I will use C line column 1 to column 2. Fine. Instead of H line, we are using the C line from column 1 to column 2. So this line is removed, but we want horizontal line between 120K and 100K in the fourth cell. So we'll use again C line, and it should be only in the fourth column. So we'll write 4-4. In this way, we have removed the line from third column. So what we have done for the multi-row, we use the multi-row package. In that, we have written 2 cells are merged. It is automatically aligned and content in these 2 rows is PhD, and horizontal line are only inserted in the first 2 column and the fourth column. Now coming to the multi-column. In the multi-column, we want to give the information about, like we want to combine all the 4 columns, and I'll write personal information. So I will use multi-column / multi-column. In the first row, in the first bracket, we'll give how many columns we want to merge. Here we want to merge 4 columns, all the 4 columns, and that should be centrally aligned, and information is, content is personal information. So if I recompile, you will get the personal information just top of the name. I need to break the line, and we will get the information just above the name, age, qualification, and salary, but without line, because I have not inserted vertical line as well as H line. So first we'll see the personal information is without line because I have not inserted vertical line. So I need to use the vertical line here and there. So both sides I have used the vertical line. So you can observe the vertical line in the first and last. But one horizontal line I want to place just before this personal information, the same concept will use the /H line. So I hope you are getting this concept regarding the multi-row and multi-column concept. So we learn about multi-row, multi-column. In multi-column, we have used 4 column we merge, first, second, third, and fourth. If I want to merge only 2 column, let's see. So only 2 column will be merged here. And this information will be only in 2 cells. Okay. So with the 4 cells, we are getting the information in the 4 column. Now coming to the next point, this is centrally aligned because I have used C here. If I use L here, you can see the personal information will shift to the left side because it will be left aligned. We can observe here personal information shifted to the left side. If I want to right align, I need to write R in this window and it will be right aligned. So this is the way by which we can create the multi-column and multi-row. And I hope you got this clarity. Now I want to stress the line width. We have seen how to change the column width by using the width command, like we can use 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter. But what about the height adjustment? How we can adjust the height? Height can also be adjusted by using command renew command. Just above the begin tabular, we need to place renew command array stretch. Array stretch. Okay. Here, if I write just 1, it means it is not a stretch. It is as it is only. If I am writing 1 here, the structure of this table is same. Fine. If I make it 2, instead of 1, if I make it 2, you can see the changes in the table. Your height will stretch by. So height adjustment can be done. If you want to reduce the height, you can make it 1.2, 1.4, or 1.5 as per your requirement. So this is at 1.2, and if I write 1.5 here in the renew command array stretch, we'll get the height adjustment with 1.5. And caption we want to place at the top. I remove the caption from here and place just above the begin tabular or just below the centering. The centering is used to place the table in the center. You can see the table caption is now top of the table. Table caption is at the top of the table. Fine. Now we'll enter in the another point. After covering this multi-row and multiple column, we have seen the table up to basic table, like creating the matrix, creating the table, inserting the vertical line, inserting the horizontal lines, and after that, adjustment of the cells, height adjustment, width adjustment, alignment, center alignment, left alignment, right alignment, merging the cell in the rows, merging the cell in the column. Now we are going to create the sub table. As you know, in the last session you have discussed, you learn about in creating the subfigure table. Subfigure inside the figure, you have seen the experience of multiple figure. Similarly, inside the one table, we can create the multiple table. So inside the one table, we can create the multiple table by using subtable concept, by using subtable environment. So here, this is the same concept, begin table, and this is the caption that will place that will show on the top of the table. Instead, inside the table, we need to use the another package that will create subtable, just similar kind of the subfigure. Inside the figure, we create another table environment that is subfigure. Similar way here, we write the subtable. Begin subtable. How much width we want in that subtable? 0.45 text width. Fine. If you want to width 0.4 text width, you can write 0.4/text width. It is entirely similar to the figure if you have already learned from the figure environment session by Saritha ma'am. So now here in the subtables, we'll do the same procedure that we have done. We'll insert the begin tabular, we'll write and subtable, then we'll use the another begin subtable, then we'll end subtable here. So let me do this work in the overleaf. Yeah, I just first explain. So I'll write begin table. Okay, we got this thing. Inside this, just begin table, above the begin tabular, we'll use /begin subtable. Okay, just above the begin tabular, and after begin tabular, we need to and subtable /and subtable. So this is the pattern. Inside that, now you can write the content, whatever you want to write to create the subtable. Along with the subtable, you need to define the width of the table because you want a table side by side. One table in the left side, another table in the right side, just similar to the figure. So here I can mention 0.45/text width. One complete width of the text is 1, and I want to use the half portion for the left table. I want to use the half portion for the right table, and just I want to give the 1 or the some space between two tables. That's why I'm considering the 0.45. So this is the structure. Now I will directly copy the table, then I'll explain. So here, begin table. H is used to place the table at the specified position. So I want to place the position. I want to place the table at the same position where I am inserting the table code in the LaTeX editor. Inside the table, we want to create the subtable. So one is the subtable. Width of the subtable is 0.45 text width. Inside that, we will use the tabular environment as same as it is we have used here. So this portion is entirely similar in the tabular environment. So begin tabular, L, vertical line L, vertical line L. What does it mean? 3 columns, all the 3 columns are left aligned, and first and 2 columns are separated by the vertical line. Second and third column are separated by the vertical line. This is the understanding of this. So what are the content of the 3 columns? First column is indicating the day. Second column is the temperature, maximum temperature. Third column is the minimum temperature. So this is the table to indicate the temperature of the particular city by day wise, maximum and minimum temperature. So first column is the day, second is the maximum temperature, third is the minimum temperature. This double H line means we'll get the double horizontal line below this. Double horizontal line below this row. Fine. Just above the Monday 20 and 30, we will go double horizontal line. And here in between, I have not used the H line. It means there will be no horizontal line. There will not be a horizontal. So if I recompile it, you can see this. You can observe here, we have this table, day, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, double horizontal line because I have used the double H line, and there is no horizontal line between here because no /H line is used. But still this table is not in the proper format. I want the table side by side, and table number should not be 2 and 3. It should be like 2A and 2B. Table number should be 2A and 2B, and we can observe here we have some error here. Can you see? We have some error. So what is the error here? Environment subtable undefined. So it is clearly indicating that we have not used the package. It is undefined means we need to use some package to subtable. So package for this subtable, we can observe this error is only at the place of subtable in the line number 61, in the line number 77, line number 79, and line number 94. We are getting the error where I have written the subtable, all the 4 places. So to overcome this error, to define the subtable, we need to use the package, and the package name is subcaption that you have also used in the subfigure. Use package subcaption. This package will help you to create the proper table structure in the form of subtables like 2A, table 2A, and table 2B. See, we got the better result now. If I want to place these 2 tables in different pages, so what I will do, just before the second table, I can use the new page /new page. If I don't want the place both the tables at the same page, I can use the /new page. So your table will go to the /new page. You can see the one table is the one page, another table at the second page. So the first week data, this is the second week data, and we have data in the 2 proper format. This is the table 2. Left one is the caption is table A, first week. Right one is the B, second week. Again, the same thing. If you want to use this caption at the top of the table, we'll remove from the bottom, and I will place just above the begin, just after the begin table. So this caption will place at the top of the table. Fine. So this is the begin subtable. Inside that we have written the tabular content. First, I ended the subtable. This hfill is used to give some space between 2 tables. /hfill is used to give some space between 2 tables. Otherwise, table will be very close to each other. So we can take this experience also. If I remove from here, and you can see the tables are very close, but we need to give some proper space between 2 tables. So it's better to use /hfill. And the same content we can write in the second time also /begin subtable at 0.45 text width, and the same thing. If you want to place more tables like side by side, 3 table, 4 table, so you can reduce the width, like instead of 0.45, you can use 0.3 text width and 0.3 text width. So width of the table will be reduced. See, so width is reduced, and now we can place. We can use 3 tables side by side. Okay, sufficient space is not here. That's why it is automatically going to the next line. But we can place sufficient, if sufficient space is there, we can place multiple 3 tables, multiple 4 table. But here you can observe the caption for the this is table 2A, this is table 2B, and this is table 2C. It is mentioned. Fine. So in this way, we can create multiple subtables. And now we'll go to the discussion on long table writing. Like I'll just remove, highlight, comment all these things. Now, next discussion is the long table. So it's kind of the similar structure, like it started with the begin table, caption that will place at the top of the table. Inside that, okay, I will discuss about this later, the size box. Inside that, begin tabular is here. Okay, inside begin tabular, 3 columns. 2 columns are the left aligned, and 2 columns are the central aligned, and 1 column is the left aligned. Fine. And here we have end tabular. I'm just removing this bracket now. And now if I recompile, we can see this table is long, and this table is long, and maybe going to outside of the page, but not here. If I write something, you can understand the concept. Let's lift sum. Fine. So width of the text is, this is the width of the text. This is the starting width, and here we have end width. So text table is going outside of the width. If we see the section and the table is going outside of the width. Yeah, here. So this is the long table. We have text, but table is going outside of the width. We want to adjust with the table text width. How we can adjust the table with the text width? So that is the main point here. For that, we need to use a command which is resize box, horizontal length, vertical length, and content material. Fine. So what is the meaning of horizontal length? We want text. We want this table inside the text width, and vertical length should be automatically scaled as per the requirement. And material means what we want in the proper box. We want this table. So let me do in the overlay. So here in this presentation, you can observe this is the text width of the content, and this is the table which is outside of the text width. So we will use a command which is resize box, and width of the horizontal width should be text width, and vertical width should be the scaled by the width text width. So it is exclamatory sign is used to scale itself. We are not defining the vertical width. We are defining only horizontal width that should be equal to the text width. Okay. And what material we want to make a resize box? What material we want to resize? The table. So inside this curly bracket, we want to use the begin tabular, and after end tabular, we need to block this. So third curly bracket is the material. Third curly bracket is the material inside which we are giving the tabular complete environment. Start from the begin tabular and end with the end tabular. So this is the closing bracket of the material, and this is the opening bracket of the material. Fine. Now if I recompile, you can observe in the PDF file, width is automatically adjusted as the text, and content is perfectly fitted here. So it's very easy task, and you can do just by single command. Fine. If why I'm using the exclamatory sign? Because I don't know what is the proper scaling width of the height. What should be the proper height? if I mention, let's see, 5 centimeters should be the height of this table. So it will be stretched. It will be stretched. We are not getting the proper format. We can see the table is not in the proper format. I defined the 5 centimeter. So it's better. Your aim is to just adjust the width, not height. So we need to define the width only, and height will be automatically scaled by the exclamatory symbol in the height width. So this exclamatory sign is automatically adjusting, and our font and contents are very correctly written. No stretching here. And if you want to reduce further, if text width, if you want to reduce further, we can use /0.8. 0.8 slash text width. It means 80% of the text width should be occupied by the table. So 80% of the text width should be occupied by the table, and remaining 20% is left blank. So you can adjust the table in the single command in the LaTeX. So this is the beauty of the overlay or LaTeX. We can deal with the long table very easily by a single command. Now coming to that point, if I don't use this, and if I don't use this resize box, then what will happen? Table is going outside of the text width. And we have more columns. Consider if I have more column, then how I will deal with. I want to place this table in the landscape mode. That means the rotation mode. We want to rotate it by 90 degrees. So we'll use the command that is called a sideways table. We use the command is sideways table. Spelling is correct. That's why it is showing the red symbol WAYS. It will automatically correct. Yeah, sideways table, and it is still showing because we have not defined the environment and we have not enclosed it. Instead of table, we'll use the sideways table. Fine. And if I recompile now, it will not convert in the sideways because we have not defined the package for sideways table. We need to define the package. It is not going in the rotation and giving the error because package is not defined. Okay, so what is the package for sideways table? What is the aim of the sideways table? Our aim is to rotate the tables. So package for the sideways table is the rotating. Use package rotating. After that, if we recompile it, and you can observe the proper rotation of the table. Yeah, in this format, landscape format. Whether it may be further long, it may be with the 10 number of cells, it may be 10 number of columns, multiple number of rows. You can fit the table in this single A4 sheet in any format in the landscape code by using the rotating package. So far, I hope I have covered most of the things from this presentation. And here, this is the presentations. We use the rotating command, rotating package, and environment is the begin sideways instead of the table. So begin sideways table instead of the begin table we use. Thereafter, we use the begin tabular command, and this table you can see it is rotated in this format. So this is the overall things we have covered. Now I will discuss one more important thing. If you have Excel sheet, if you have data in the Excel sheet, how we can convert the table from the Excel sheet to the LaTeX format. How we can convert the data from the Excel sheet to the table format. So we use LaTeX table generators. Just give me a minute. I will just show you. I will give you the live demo to create the table generator. So you go to the Google. In the Google, you search LaTeX table generator. Okay. With clicking on the LaTeX table generator, we are getting the first link. Create LaTeX table online. We go to this. Okay, I just remove this entire thing. File, new table. Okay, fine. Let's see. We want to create one table here. So I have some data in the Excel sheet. If this is the data I have, I want to insert this data in. I want to convert this data in the LaTeX format, LaTeX code. So let's say I just take few number of cells, few number of rows and columns. So I just copied a few rows and columns. Directly, we can paste table data here. Okay, I explained from beginning. We go to the LaTeX table generator. We go to the LaTeX table generator, open the link, create, click on the file, open, paste table data. I want to insert the data. I want to paste the data that is taken from the Excel file or CSV file. Click on the paste table data and just paste here. The data is pasted here, and click load. Here we can see the load options. We can click the load. So data is loaded here in this LaTeX table generator, and our aim is to create the code for the LaTeX table generator. You want to do some formatting here. Might be you want to do some formatting here. So what you can do, just select each and every rows and column. Select each and every rows and column and insert the border. If you want to use the lines, you want to use the horizontal and vertical lines, we can use this formatting, fine. Or you can select some lines, you can remove some line from here. Apart from that, if you want to bold some content, like first row, I want to bold, select that row and make it bold. If I want to make italic some text, so last column 3 rows, I want to make it italic. So this is the italic, fine. And I want to color some lines. I want to color some rows. So how can we make it color? We can select first row. I want to color just similar kind of the word format. I want to make it like a red color. Cell color is red, and we can change color from here. Like some colors I am giving random color. Okay. Some other colors are other rows are without color. And here I want to give the color for the text. Okay, instead of the cell color, I want to color for the text. So let's see, this text color is orange. So I want to generate code for this table. That is return, that is taken from the Excel sheet, and content in this table are in the italic format, in the bold format. All the cells are bordered. It means horizontal and vertical lines are available in each every row and column, and some text are colored and some cells are colored. Let me generate the code by just single click here. If you click here, code will be generated automatically. And you can see this is the code that you can use for generating the table. So let me see how it works. I will just select this table and recompile it in the overlay. I pasted here the entire table I have written. I have taken from the Excel file. And if I recompile it, may it not produce the color because I have not used the package. Let me see what happens if I recompile without using the package for color. Okay, sorry. I will use here. I have not used the package for color. So let me see what it is giving. Is it giving error or it is, see, table is already placed. Table is placed here, but colors are not inserted. We are not getting color because package is not used, and it is defined here undefined control sequence. What is the control sequence, undefined control sequence? Because we have not used the color. So we have not used the package for the color. So color package we can take. It is also suggested by the LaTeX generator. It is also suggested by the LaTeX generator. You can see use package table XC draw X color. Just use this package, then only you will get the color in the document. I'm copying from here LaTeX table generator it is suggested by the table generator, and I use this package just before the begin document. Now, if I recompile it, what will happen? Yeah. In the create table generator, we have defined the color in the same format. We can see the color in this table that is generated by the LaTeX code. And here you can see text color in the two cells, 2 rows, and these 3 rows, last column, second, third, and fourth rows are in italic form. First column or first row is in the bold phase. So as we mentioned here, as we defined the LaTeX table structure in the LaTeX table editor, the same we are getting here in the table in the overleaf. Fine. Last three rows are normal format, no neither color nor bold and not italic. It is in normal format. So we can use this table creator. We can do some more experiment like here. We can, if we don't use like any cells, we can remove the cells. Then we can regenerate the table, and we can copy and paste. You will get the table in that format. So this is a very, very helpful tool who have data in the Excel file, in the Word file, and who have CSV file. The person directly can import the CSV file from this. And if you have a small table, you can fill the data here like 5 by 5. You want to fill some data here like name, age, gender, registration number, like any data we want to fill here, registration number, and organization. Fine. I want this row in the bold phase, select and bold. Here I can fill the data like 1, 2, any data. Just randomly I'm filling the data for quick explanation. Okay, let's say I need to give the name as Mohan. Age is, let's see, 34. Gender is as male. Registration number random. Okay, any organization is VIT AP. Fine. I just created 3 rows and 5 columns. Generate the code for this. It will be generated here. We can see all are left aligned. Fine. We can see all are left aligned and without horizontal and vertical lines. First is this row should be in the bold phase. Name is in the bold phase, age in the bold phase, gender in the bold phase, registration number and organization are in the bold phase. First row consists of 1, 20, 30, 23, 34, 5, and 6. All are separated by the ampersand sign. Second row is Mohan 34, 5, and number and VIT AP. These 2 are blank because these 2 are inserted here. So if you want to use 3 row, we can delete the last cell, delete the last cell from here, last 2 cell from here, or you can directly generate and you can delete from delete it later. Fine. So this is the way you can generate the table in any format. You can use the Excel data, you can use the Word data, you can use the you can create your own table in table generator. If you are not very familiar in the overleaf or writing the code by your own, you can use you can take the help from the table generator editor, but it is very good tool that will be very helpful to all of you for the research paper writing and thesis writing, because table is the very, very important things. We need to use the table for defining the parameters. We need to use the table for the comparison, defining the parameters, and so many things. Without tables, paper and research thesis writing is not complete. So this is a very important session for you. So I will end with this discussion. So I will conclude my session. And in this session, I hope you learn about basic table creations by just creating the basic table. After that, we discuss about creating the multiple rows and multiple columns by merging the cells. And after that, we have seen adjusting the rows and height, adjusting the width and height. Thereafter, we discussed about subtables, like inserting the subtables, side-by-side tables, just similar to the subfigure. Thereafter, we discussed about long table. If table is out of the page, how we can adjust the table, how we can adjust the width of the table. And thereafter, we had discussion on sideways table, like if table is very long, how we can rotate in the landscape format. And at last, we have seen the very important tool, that is the online LaTeX table generator. And that is very, very helpful. You can use your Excel file, Word file, or any data. You can feed there, and you can use that table, generate the code directly, paste in the LaTeX overlay, then you can generate the table. It's very quick. You can write the table. So that's all from my side. I hope everything is clear to you. Rajesh sir, it's done from my side.
So thank you very much for this informational session. So now, audience, if you have any doubts, you can post it in the chat box. Suggestions.
Participants, please don't ask for the PPT again and again. We are organizing the free workshop, and this is the very, very effort of all the resource persons. We are not able to provide the PPT. If you need the content, you can take the content from the YouTube streaming. You can use the content from the recorded videos. Please don't request for the PPT again and again. And regarding the feedback link, we'll share at the end of the workshop. We are not collecting feedback for each individual session. At last, we'll collect the feedback, and definitely we'll take the suggestions for the 4th workshop.
So if you have any doubts regarding, you can ask him. Sir has opened the session for doubts, please.
Okay, Yuvraj, you have one query regarding insert the long table on 2 pages. Insert the long table in the 2 pages. It means you want to use a single table in 2 different pages, just by breaking. So you can break the 2 tables into subtables. Yes, if someone want to insert the image in the particular table cells, you can use the requirement in that particular cell. In the particular cell, you use the figure environment and insert the figure inside the particular table. Any other
So any queries? Yeah. If there are no more queries, okay.
Can we use math environment in single pixel of table? What is the meaning of single pixel? Yuvraj, Dr. Yuvraj, what is the meaning of your single pixel? Do you mean about the single cell? Yeah, okay. So we can insert. So I have already shared the mathematics equations we can write, and we write the equations in the table. Okay, I'll share again my screen so you can see. Just a minute. You can see here, we can see the second column we have written the equations. In our paper, second column we have written the equations, so we can insert the equations by using equation environment, math environment. That will be that will be handled by the Dr. Neha ma'am in the afternoon session. You will learn about how to write the equation. Not by referring label. Okay. How to insert reference in the last column of the table. Yes, by referring the already given, by using the slash site, we can refer the references in the table. No, for multiple tables, array stretch, you need to define for individual table. But inside the table, you have subtables, just you define once before the subtables. But if you have separate tables, multiple tables, for individual table, you need to define the array stretch. Because for one table I want the stretching by one width, I want another table I want the stretching with the 1.5, or one table I want the stretch with the 2. We can define this. But for the same table we required, in the subtable we can define only once.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, Mohan sir, for your valuable session.
Yeah.
I hope audience got a lot of information.
Yeah. Okay, Lakshmi. Okay, big table in IEEE format. The same way, your table will be placed in the either on the bottom or the top of the IEEE paper. Okay, that will be explained by the that can be explained by the speaker in the research paper writing. We can add the long table either at the bottom or top of the paper. In a single column, we can set.
Okay, participants, we have the next session in the afternoon through the same link. So exactly on time, we will start. Please join the next session. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Rajesh sir.
Thank you, sir.
Rajesh sir.
Sir.
You can end the meeting because you are the host. Instead of you end the meeting.
Let me make you as a host, sir. You can do that.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. It's over to you. Okay. Next meeting time is 2:30.
Thank you, participant, for listening to me and for your patience. I hope you learned something about the tabular environment for creating the table. The next session we'll learn about equation writing. That will be handled by Dr. Neha ma'am, and you will learn how to write the equations. Fine, we'll meet at 2:30. Have a great lunch. Bye.